And Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. On first down, Watson eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there on the first play of the game. 62 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups. 1 yard.
Brings up second and 9 at the 16.
On second down, Johnson. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
A loss of 1 brings up third down and 11.
Where's the tap? 19. Check pass. Check pass. Check.
Throwing on third down, Watson flushed out right. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. They run. It's Johnson. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They opt to go for it, and they get it. First and goal after a pickup of 5.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Finish that. 19. Twist.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at the 40. They'll try the right side with Henry. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
We got 3. Hey, 133. Hey, we got 37 to Mike 37. Exit.
On third down, Mayfield. He finds Humphreys. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 42.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster, 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Now he's forced out right. He's got Fuller. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And Thomas has it. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The first down carry here for Johnson. Gets around him. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. That's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there was another first down run right there.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Let's think here. You're still just in the second quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show them you have a little confidence in them, and let the offense know, nice drive. Come back next time. We'll go get 6 then, but for now, we'll take the 3.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Watson now to throw. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Titans defense will celebrate the goal line stand. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 4-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
That's the way. Drop, drop. 25. Check 25. Switch. Tip. Shoot. Watch the shoot. Check 50. Check 50. Watch the eye.
Derrick Henry. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield. And this one complete to Smith. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down, Tennessee.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now Mayfield. Got a man, it's Brown. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Check the we're 33.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down.
Mayfield now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Check 49, check 49. He's crashing. He's checking crack. Sponge.
Henry. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Mayfield. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Back to you. I'm going back to you. Switch in the car.
Here's Watson. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield. It almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Eluding the pressure right. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Watson on first down. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep. He's got it at the 15. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Kenny Stills in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the...
He's got a man complete. The 20. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 79 yards as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that? They got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Johnson. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Now it's Watson. Flushed out. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
And he's going to go down again. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Come on. 180. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check. Alert, alert. Alert, alert. Real. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55. 5. Check nickel. Mike, 55. Check 55, Mike. In your face. SOS. Hey, alert. SOS. Watch twist. Kings.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Pistol. 55. Run. Hey, switch it.
Mayfield to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
He's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Set. 19. Check.
From the 50, it's Watson. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Harold Landry make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Back to throw, Watson, escaping the pressure right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. They are going for it. Here's Watson. Going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They give to Johnson going right. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Check hot route. Hot. Shit.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans push further out in front. No problem there on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
180.
Second down 6.
Come on, dude.
At the 33-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Mayfield looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Regular. Hurry. Mark 37. Get the ball. Bravo. 37 to Mike. Mark 37. Push him back. Everyone, 37 is the Mike. Mike 37. Gotta do better. Hey, Haywood. Everyone, 37.
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Back now in Houston, it's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter.
Check safety. Real. Hey, alert 33. Hey, team 6. 37 is the Mike. Mike 37. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Everyone, 30. Run. Mike 37. Right here.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week, he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Here's Mayfield. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
7. He's coming. We got double up. Point it right. 52.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. He gets it to Brown, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Mayfield now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So very late in the game here, but with that score, some light at the end of the tunnel.
There's still hope. Now they look at the score and say, hold on a second. This thing's not over yet. Let's keep battling.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Now Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 43. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Now this throw caught left side. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Jalen Strong, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
19. Check 55, Mike. I don't even know why this team showed up.
Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They go to Johnson again. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The offense staying out there. They're at 50%, 2 for 4 thus far in the game. What can they do here on 4th down? To throw is Watson. And he finds Stills, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. To Johnson again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Here we go, a big play in a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal.
I'm going to run you in the line. Switch it, come on, switch it. Check.
Here we go on 4th. Watson, flush to his right. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, but it's going to be second down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Give me that ball. Give me that. Alert, 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 alert. My God.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. They try to take a shot there on second down, and that leaves them, because of the incompletion, a very tricky 3rd and 10.
And with the time situation, you would expect them to try and get it all in this one play, but there's still enough time that if you can take something shorter, gain some yardage, make it a more manageable 4th down if you need to.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught at the 10. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Johnson, and he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable, but do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense, but that touchdown there, you got to feel good about your chances.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's going to let it fly. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Hey, alert 33. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Got you, boy.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. It's caught. Humphreys. That's a 1st down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
From the gun, Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
The Texans take over first down at their 48-yard line.
After the interception, here's Watson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Good job.
Brandon Cooks, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So